this video, I'm going to teach you why motivation is not needed for success. My name is Trevor, and I'm here to help young men like you grow and improve on your self-improvement journey. When it comes to accomplishing a goal or simply completing a task, it is very nice and it's fine to feel the feeling of motivation, which is a desire to achieve something. However, it is whenever you specifically look for motivation in your life that it becomes dangerous. You should rather focus on your ability to do things whenever you do not want to do them than try to find a reason to do the thing that you know you should do. This is called discipline. Discipline is simply doing things that are difficult that you do not feel like doing. If you feel motivated to go to the gym, then you are not being disciplined. Now, that's not a bad thing, but it's whenever you are trying to become motivated. That's whenever it becomes bad. It took me some time to understand the concept of discipline and the concept of you can still do something even if you don't want to do it. A long time ago, whenever I started going to the gym, I quite enjoyed going to the gym. However, I wasn't consistent, and I believe that the reason I wasn't consistent was because on the days where I didn't want to work out, those were the days that I missed every single time consistently. And so over the years, I always had in mind the thought to never quit, but I never really had the thought of being consistent every single day and being disciplined every single day and not do things I just wanted to do, but rather do what I thought was the right thing. We can use the gym or working out as an example because I don't actually go to the gym, I work out in my house. For me, I used to play soccer for about 4 years straight, and so my legs, for a large majority of my life, my leg muscles were bigger than any other muscle in my body, and so I have an excuse to skip leg day. As an example, yesterday I mostly skipped leg day. I did like 20% of it or whatever. I did the warm up set and one set, so I normally do about six. Only did technically one. And of course, it's not really going to affect me because, as I said, I used to play soccer, so my legs are still slightly bigger or slightly out of correlation to the rest of my muscles in my body, but it's a lot better now, so I really have lost that excuse to skip leg day. And I've realized that on the days that I try to use that excuse, those are the days where I don't want to work out. Even myself, a little bit. I still have developed this mindset of doing things whenever I don't want to do them. For an example, whenever I woke up this morning, 30 minutes ago, I did not want to take a cold shower. I did it anyways, but I kind of just stood there for 5 minutes doing nothing, so I just wasted a bunch of time because I didn't want to do that task. But if you can shorten the time between you realizing that you don't want to do the task and you doing the task, the shorter that time period is, the better you're going to be overall. Whenever you start doing that, it's going to mentally change you basically forever because you're no longer going to focus on the things you want to do and you're going to rather focus on the things you know are right, which is a big change. However, it's not the biggest change you could make because going from the things you want to do to the things that you think are right, for some people, it can just be a very small change because our natural human desires are going to influence what we think is right. How do we determine what's right? Some people may go to the fitness influencers or the social media influencers and look at what they have to say or study psychology or think it through. But if you do that, you're never going to actually get to the truth that is defined by God. And nobody else, nobody in the world is perfect. Except there is one man, there is one person that was alive and is alive, yet died, who we can look at his actions, his words, and his behaviors, and we can use those to find the truth. And we know that Jesus preached the Ten Commandments. He told us to follow the Ten Commandments. He also expanded upon the Ten Commandments. And so we have 10 laws that we can easily look at to see what is true and what is not true. And if we begin to follow those 10 commandments, not only do we have a basic understanding of the truth, but we can apply what you've learned in this video, which is to be disciplined and do the hard work when you don't feel like doing it. And all of these commandments, or at least most of these commandments, go against your natural human desires, which before watching this video or in the past you used to follow. An example can be desire for wealth, power, hate, pride. All those things come naturally from humans. However, they are all bad things. So that's why you don't need motivation, because motivation can be a bad thing. You can be motivated to kill somebody. You can be motivated to steal. You can be motivated to do a lot of bad things. Hitler was probably motivated to kill the Jews. So I'm not saying all motivation is bad, but likely a lot of it is going to be bad because most people like to follow their natural human desires, and so they're probably going to be motivated to do that. So you should instead be disciplined and make yourself do the tasks that are of truth and that are good. And even if you don't want to do them, you still do them at the same time with the same amount of work ethic, with the same everything, even if you don't want to do them. It's time to do the hard work, starting now.